Hi guys, Paul Pluta on the Paul Pluta channel. Today I'm doing a paid review. This is for my good friend Jamie. Jamie is the Dublin Magician, dublinmagician.ie. And before I start doing a quick wristwatch check, I'm wearing Millie the Milgauss. Millie the Milgauss. This is my Milgauss wristwatch by Rolex. Okay, let's go into Jamie's review. Hi Arch, it's your good friend Jamie from Dublin, Ireland. Hoping you're keeping well. I'm emailing you to let you know I celebrated my 25th birthday, and this year, to mark the occasion, I have purchased my third and final Rolex piece. No, Jamie, stop. That's loser talk. That's loser talk. Stop. You keep adding. Add slowly, but keep adding. Come on, that's loser talk to give up. A 2000 Rolex Explorer 1 reference 14270. Photo attached. This piece comes with box and papers and is in minty condition. It's the discontinued 36mm reference with a Swiss-made dial. To say I'm over the moon would be an understatement. For the past 2 years, I've been thinking long and hard about this watch, so I decided I would buy it and complete my trio collection. Alongside my Polar Explorer 2 and GMT Master Pepsi, a lot of hard work went to paying this off, and I finally picked it up on my birthday. I know yourself bought an Explorer 1 as the first watch, so I know you appreciate the model. I love the model. I love the model. I wanted to ask you something in relation to watch collections. In college, I came across the term hedonic treadmill. This is when you purchase a new car, house, or luxury good. Your happiness spikes for a time while you enjoy your new purchase. However, after some time, your happiness plateaus and you need to purchase a new item to spike your happiness again. This is why we constantly purchase new iPhones every year, buy new cars even when our own are perfectly fine, and move into bigger houses even when we don't need the space. So my question to you is it possible to be content with just one watch, aka the one watch collection, or is it just natural to lust after new watches all the time? Even though I feel satisfied with my new purchase and current collection, I know in the near future I will start thinking about Batmans and Hulks, Batmans, Kermits, Hulks, and Speedmasters. But I'd like to keep my collection as is and stop buying watches. Are there more things in life to spend money on, such as travel, etc.? What are your thoughts on this? Keep up the good work. Your avid fan and good friend, Jamie. Jamie. Well done. Happy birthday, Jamie. Happy birthday indeed. 25. Good on you. Jamie, let's talk about this. Okay, I think your three-piece collection, let's firstly say I love it. I absolutely love it. Explorer 1, 36mm. That's, if you're I'm a big guy. I need to lose some weight. I put on the bulk because I film videos and surf, and I don't do as much exercise as I need. And I love Swiss chocolates, Belgium chocolates, actually chocolates from anywhere in the world, really. And so for me, the 40mm of the Milgauss is a nice size. So for me, I actually prefer the 39mm. But in your case, you're a slender young man. 36 is absolutely perfect. You've also, if you want a bigger watch, you've got the Explorer 2 Polar. Oh, that's beautiful. White dial, white privilege. And you've also got a GMT Master Pepsi, which I remember you were so proud to get many years ago. So to answer your question there, I think, you know, a good friend of mine, he's a barrister who he's the guy who helped me not go to jail. He's Levant Ert, His name is Levant Ert. He's a top barrister. And he explained it to me like this. He said, look, we're in a world, we're in a universe, planet spinning around. If on planet Earth, the acquisition of a few timepieces means you're happy, you're content, you go to work, you do your thing, you do your best, and you try to be a good person, well, can it hurt? And that's the whole thing. I mean, if the acquisition of a few timepieces makes you happy and it puts a smile on your face, and what does it really matter? What's wrong with that? Is that a bad thing? Is that a bad sign? And I don't think it's bad at all. I think it can be really, really good. Really, really good. And I got to be honest with you there, man. You got to find what is the right number, the right balance. And I got to be honest with you. Many, many years ago, I was 28 and I thought I had the perfect collection then. And I had a date 18238. I had a sub date steel 16610. Polar Explorer 2 16570 and a two-tone 16013. And life happens, you know, when you're not planning things. It's life is what happens when you're planning other things, you know. So you never know the curveball. I had to sell them off. I had problems, and then many years later I came back, got some watches, and you know, I think at the moment now I'm very, very happy with my collection indeed. I've had some massive ups and downs. I had a couple of Pateks. Now I've got the World Time. I love my World Time. I mean, that was a watch that I thought I'd never ever acquire. I remember when that came out. Actually, I'll show you. When that watch came out, where is it? Just hang on, guys. When the Patek World Time came out, it was, Patek had a special, because I had a Patek, and I got the Watch Time magazine, and this is when they released this World Time, and I remember thinking that may as well be a perpetual calendar chronograph. There's no way in the world I could afford to actually have one of those myself. There's no way in the world I'd get one. And you know, life sometimes takes you on a wonderful adventure. It takes you on this journey, and I think sometimes, you know, I like my collection better than ever, but it's not about I disagree with you, the hedonic treadmill, because I've had ups and downs, and what I can tell you is this: do I lust after more? To a certain extent, yes. I would like certain ones, but if it didn't happen, I'm very happy with my 4 Rolex, and also I've got 3 non-Rolex, the non-Rolex Patek World Time, the Reverso Grande, and the Zenith 1969 Open El Primero. I've got 4 Rolexes, 2-tone Daytona, 2-tone Bluesy, and also white Polar Explorer 2 and the Milgauss. Now, I'd like to also, before I'm 50, I'm 47 this year, before I'm 50, I'd like to add a 39mm Explorer 1. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Do I think it'll happen? It's hard to know. It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell. Do I think it'll happen? I hope it does happen. I hope it does happen. But I mean, look, I think the thing is this hedonistic treadmill, right? That's also like the saying, you know, I think you've got to remember this. A few things. With a car, I mean, a lot of these cars, they only last a certain life. How long reliably do you get out of a car? I would say 10 to 15 years. Okay, even if you buy like a BMW or a Mercedes-Benz or an Audi, so these are supposedly quality cars. In England and Ireland, the snow and the salt they put on the roads, these things, they're not going to last forever. Okay, you'd have to take very, very good care for it to last forever. You probably get 10, 15 years. You look at the second-hand values of cars in England. They're 10-year-old cars worth nothing. A 5-year-old car's very, that had a massive depreciation. So I think a car is more like a disposable item, like a washing machine. It's not something that lasts forever. It lasts for a certain period of time. The iPhone, fuck me dead. You want to talk about iPhones? Well, let me give you the drum. I have, let me give you the drum. I honestly, I've got the iPhone. They deliberately have bugs in the software so that it fucking fails after a number of years. They have improvements. The camera in this iPhone is so much better than my first iPhone. So they have clear technology updates. However, things like a Rolex watch, yes, the models do move nicely. They do have improvements, but because they're a quality made item, these are a lot of hand finishing, a lot of very clever thought has gone into it. These are lifetime goods. A Rolex watch is made to last several lifetimes. I mean, what do you honestly own in your life that'll be here in the, after you die? I mean, the Rolex, these are quality goods. Shirts, clothing. What happens to shirts? They get frayed after you wash them. Look at this. Look at this. This shirt here I got, when did I get this one? This one here I got in 09. 09, it's only 10 years old and the bastard's falling to bits. I mean, what can you say? It's very disappointing. But watches are something, they're a quality thing that should last you for a lifetime. So my answer to you is the hedonic treadmill. I've had cases where I've had to sell off some Rolexes in life. I mean, yourself, you're a young man. Maybe you'll get married. Maybe you'll have kids. Maybe you'll buy a house. You might have to sell a few off to put a deposit down. I mean, none of these bitches have any money. Believe you me, I can tell you that now. I've had to sell them off for my children I've supported. But the thing is, these Rolex watches are quality goods that can last a lifetime. They are quality goods that can last a lifetime. So I got to be honest with you, these are wonderful things to have and behold. Can you be content with just one watch? Can you be content with one? Sure you can. You can, yes. I must tell you, the most depressing time I've had when things were going bad for me, I sold off my day date. I sold off my two-tone date just first. Then I sold off my day date. Then I had the two steel sports, the Sub and the Explorer. And I thought, right, get rid of the Sub, keep the Explorer. Eventually, I even sold the Explorer off, that was actually a pretty hard time. Mentally, I found it very hard. I loved the Explorer. I missed it. I was probably the most depressed. I should have kept it. Sure, I mean, I bought one. I've got an Explorer Polar now, but I shouldn't have succumbed to that problems I had then. But this is what happens in life. Can you be happy with one? Sure. But I mean, we're only here for a short time. See, when you're 25. You think you're invincible. But when you're approaching 50, I can tell you that last 25 years has gone through express train fast. It's just gone. So, yes, you can have one and be perfectly happy. Yes, you can. And I think sometimes this social media world we live in, we see so many people, they're all buying something, they perment this myth that you got to keep buying, constantly keep buying. You look at these stupid forums and Facebook groups, and constantly, unless you're buying continually, no one's slapping you on the back and saying well done. And I think a lot of the time, build slowly, build a collection slowly. That's much better than quick flip in, flip out, flip. That's just fucking crazy. So I got to be honest with you, the hedonic treadmill, I think for certain things, cars and phones are consumables. They don't last forever, they wear out, and the next model has a whole lot of improvement. Watches aren't like that at all. They are not like that at all. But if they give you joy, if you get joy out of having, okay, say in your case here, you got 3 pieces, okay? Well, let's say you got 10. By the time you were 80, you had 10. Big fucking deal. There are many hobbies which are worse than watches. You could gamble, put money into a poker machine. You could go to hookers. I mean, that takes a lot of money. I'd rather have your money in Rolex. The money is safe. Your money's. You look at the watches you've bought. You've done very well if you sold them off. I think you can be happy with one. If you're happy with the 3, be happy. But if you want to add one, I think you've got to do it at certain stages in your life. Okay, so you're 25. It's probably a good idea. 25-year-old whippersnapper, you'd want to try and buy some sort of apartment or house. You want to get some sort of motor car. You don't want to be stuck at home all the time. You'd want to go for a few holidays. You'd want to do a few things like that. So I wouldn't just scrimp. But I mean, it depends what makes you happy. If having more watches makes you happy and you do the sacrifices, well, so be it. What's to say what's right or wrong? This is the wonderful thing about this free enterprise economy we live in. We can pick what is right or wrong for us. I gotta say, in all honesty, I think watches, the beauty of them is the fact that you don't replace them. They are so timeless. They're just gorgeous. Rolex makes quality stuff. They're quality. You look after it, it'll last a lifetime, and your kids will be fighting over them when you die. So to answer your question, I think you can be a one-watch person, sure, but 25-year-old, okay, get a nice car, get an apartment or a house, get married and that. Okay, you don't have to keep buying a watch every year, but down the track, add more. Come on, you're a go-getter. You got your own business. Very tough being in the entertainment business. What a fucking amazing thing you've achieved. You've done so well. Just add slowly. Add one for your 30th. Add one for your 40th. Who gives a fuck? It's this Catholic guilt. You're from Ireland. You know all about Catholic guilt. Why do you have to feel guilty for having a beautiful timepiece? A couple of timepieces. Whose fucking business is it? So my honest advice to you, enjoy them, love them, whatever number you feel happy with. I actually can be happy. I've got 7 at the moment. I could add a bit more, or I hope I don't have to contract, but you know, you have to do what you have to do. So I honestly think you can just have one watch. For a lot of people, that's fine. Whatever makes you happy. In this world here, we're here for a short time, then we're dead. Whatever makes you happy, Jamie. If having 10 of these bastards makes you happy, go for it. I got a friend of mine who's got over 20. He can't even remember all of them. That's how many he's got. And is he happier than me? Not really. Not really. He loves his watches. He's got an amazing collection. I love my collection. I love my watches. Each of my watches, I know why I bought it. It's what works for you. There's always richer, there's always poorer. But I can tell you now, there's a lot worse things that you can collect than wristwatches, luxury timepieces. There's a lot worse things you can collect. If they make you happy, that powers you on, that makes you strive a bit harder, it's not a bad thing. I'm Paul Pluta. This is the Paul Pluta channel. This is a paid review from my good friend Jamie. Jamie, the Dublin musician. Sorry, Dublin Magician.ie. Dublin Magician. Please, guys, like, subscribe, tell your friends, and don't forget to put a few nasty comments. And good on you, Jamie. 25 years old with 3 Rolexes. Pretty fucking good. Pretty fucking good in my book. So, and I know you've worked hard. So much nicer. No one gave me a fucking silver spoon in my mouth either. And you work for them. There's a real joy. I find people who get inherit big money and have this big collection, they never really appreciate it. They never really. The guy who scrimps and saves and he really wants a Ferrari, then he finally gets one and he loves it, and I think he gets a lot of enjoyment out of it. So it's good. You work hard, get some. You want to buy more, buy more. You don't want to buy more, it's your choice. Tell me what you fuckers think of that. Hi guys, ArchieLuxury, unemployed vlogs. And today, guys, I just want to tell you I'm actually for 2019. It's a big. I want to get my paid reviews up to date, and I'm just going to be changing a few things. When I'm doing a video for somebody, I'm going to be giving you a reference number, and what happens is I'm going to be putting that reference number in the vid. A lot of them are like Z something, or what have I got here? I got a few Z's. I've got some, what else? I had some B's, A's, C's, D's, D something. That way there you can very easily search for that reference number and see if the video comes up. I think this is an easier way to do things. So it's going to be better, it's going to be meaner, it's going to be leaner. I'm doing paid reviews. I'm really getting my finger out of my ass and I'm making the vids. I'm making the vids for the audience. So guys, this is what's happening. ArchieLuxury paid watch reviews. Guys, tell me what you think. Tell me what you think. I want to know what you think. I'm making the vids for you guys. I'm ArchieLuxury. Keep watching my stuff, guys.